What's up, guys? It's Caleb.
And Max, and we are back with episode 2, The Electric Boogaloo
Period.
of Wenches and Wizards.
Wenches and Wizards. We're back. We made
are
another
back.
episode, highly requested.
Much to your own misfortune.
You're welcome. We're doing you a favor.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So last week, as a means of introduction, shut the fuck up.
Ha! Period. Slay.
We talked about our favorite video games and why we love them.
Mm-hmm.
Spent a long time talking about it. And we
Our
figured
top
we could
5
segue.
to be specific.
With
And we
honorable
introed.
mention. Yeah.
And we introed.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're like, I'm this person.
But we figured we could segue this week into talking about
You
some
wish.
video games.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can you shut up for 5 seconds?
No, I actually
Could you
started a
physically
podcast.
stop?
You should listen to it.
You should listen to our podcast.
You should
chat.
listen to our podcast, actually. It's pretty cool.
Anyway, some video game sequels we would like to see.
Squeakles. I'm so
You're
down.
really just a soundboard today, huh?
Got him, chat.
Okay, since you're really an eager beaver today, what sequel do you want to see? She grew my beaver
I mean,
like...
God, that's horrible. That's so bad. -2.
Until I winch her wizard.
No. God. All right. All right, guys. Get in the comments.
All right, guys.
Best
the
she
episode's
blank on my
over.
blank. Haiku wins. I'll
Okay,
send you
haiku.
a penny in the mail. Okay. Man, like my most anticipated sequel or one that I wanted
One that you would love to see.
that's like not announced.
Yeah,
I mean,
just like in a perfect world.
in a perfect world, somebody gives me
He's going to say cyberpunk.
$1 billion and I get to just hire all of the original devs for Infamous 2 and
You're
we
getting
make
really
Infamous
into
3.
this hypothetical, but yeah.
Infamous 3 with Cole McGrath
Yeah.
as the Beast because that is supposed to be the canon ending, but it's not because
God hates you, I guess.
yeah, and like at the end, massive spoiler alert.
I haven't played the game.
Spoilers for Infamous 2. Spoilers. I'm telling you, spoilers. Okay, so if you're still listening to this, this is your fault. At the end of Infamous 2, basically you can pick the good ending or the bad ending.
Like Red Dead.
Sure. And but better. No, it's kidding. But so basically what you can do is if you pick the bad ending, Cole McGrath doesn't.
From Sugar Ray?
Yeah, Cole McGrath from Sugar Ray. That actually would fit pretty well. But basically, oh my gosh, my train of thought is all over the place today. I'm sorry, chat.
God, you really suck at this.
Honestly. If you pick the evil ending, he uses this MacGuffin object to, instead of killing himself, to heal everybody of a disease that's going around. Instead of that, he sucks everybody's energy into himself and becomes the Beast, which is like the main antagonist of the entire game, right? And so, like the evil ending of that game is he uses his Beast energy powers to continue to destroy like America. And basically what he does is he kills all the normal people or most normal people and makes new conduits because that's actually the ability of the Beast is that he makes more conduits.
What would you want to see from an Infamous 2 and or 3? I can't remember which one you said.
3. I'm talking about Infamous 2.
What would you want to see from that?
So I think the original idea was for the evil ending to be canon because the good ending is Cole sacrifices himself, right? And I think and he like saves all the normal people and kills all the conduits, whatever. And the canon ending is he's dead technically with Infamous' second son. But at the end of Infamous 2, and this is what I want from Infamous 3, either ending. At the end of Infamous 2, if you pick the good ending, he's like riding in a boat and his like coffin is on the boat, right? And they're like doing a burial at sea. But then a bolt of lightning hits the boat, Max, and it hits the boat, and then black screen, end of the game, right? So you're like, who knows? Maybe it like revived him. Who knows? They kind of left it open ended. And then the bad ending, you're just like you're alive and you turn into the beast. So if the canon, bad ending canon, they're gonna continue, I would want like an online multiplayer Infamous in a huge city like San Andreas, GTA 5 level area where you get to make your own conduit and you do different little challenges and stuff with your buddies and you can play a co-op story. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like an RPG where you make your own conduit and you have
Right.
like certain
It's like
classes
open
and
world.
yeah, kind of like I guess did you ever play oh my god, what is that game? Oh,
Spyro.
no. It's like Kingdoms of Amular or
Kingdom
whatever.
Hearts.
No. It's like an RPG. It's like a third
I
person
couldn't tell
RPG.
you.
It's like Fable but different. It came out some
I
semi
don't know anything
recently.
about
It's okay.
Fable.
Well, yeah, I would want it to be like that, but you could co-op, kind of like Dragon Age. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
tight. And then if it's the good ending, just give me Cole McGrath 3 Infamous, where there's another big bad evil guy, and you get revived, and like the government keeps you in a tank or whatever, and then you have to like stop the evil version of the guy from Infamous Second Son, and now you're like old grizzled Cole McGrath. That'd be tight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've been talking about Infamous for like 5 minutes.
I feel like you could do it for longer, but
I could. I fucking love that
I'll
game.
take a turn because I've been thinking about this since the last episode we recorded.
Okay.
And honestly, since I first played the game, because I never wanted this game to end, Red Dead 2. Don't roll your eyes.
I didn't.
Chat, he just rolled his
I
eyes.
literally didn't. You're crazy. You always
So
do this.
I'm going to try as hard as possible to not spoil.
That would be great because if you spoil it, I have no incentive to actually beat it.
So Arthur Morgan's story is done based on Red Dead 1. John Marston's story is done.
Okay.
There's not a ton of directions this game could take. Ideally, I would love to see a sequel where you follow a story based around Sadie Adler, but the game is about the death of the Wild West and people trying to hang on to it. I don't know how much there is to follow around Sadie. Plus, with other recent gaming news, I feel like people would actually die of aneurysms worldwide if there was another female
You're
MC.
going woke. You're going woke. Oh my god. There's a woman. You can't have women. Boo.
However, a
It's
good
horrible.
realistic route, I would love to see a game following Charles Smith. We don't know a ton about him. We know the basics of his backstory.
Charles Smith. Which one is that?
He was the native and black mixed guy.
Got it. Isn't that Lenny? Or is Lenny just the black guy?
Lenny is just black.
Oh, okay. I forget. Oh, yeah. Charles is the one where you like hunt the buffalo with him or whatever, right? Yeah. That was tight.
He's one of the best characters.
That was a cool mission.
I would love to learn more about him and play as him, whether it's in a prequel or after the events of Red Dead 2. But another thing I would love to see is a prequel before Red Dead 2, basically the early days of the Vanderlyn gang.
That's literally what I was going to say.
Like how Dutch and Hosea meet. I really hope I didn't just wetly swallow into the camera.
Gulp. Oh, God. That was horrible. We're going to have to cut that, dude. That's nasty.
But how Dutch and Hosea meet. They talk about it briefly, but I would like to see it. We know quite a bit about Arthur's backstory. I won't give a whole lot away. Yeah. You find it if you look hard enough.
Right.
How
and
they ran
like
into
journals and stuff.
Ran into younger Arthur. How they found younger John. Basically how the gang came together. And the final mission could be the Blackwater heist, which is where Red Dead 2 begins.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I was thinking like if they continue on the prequel sequel routes, it could be you play as Dutch. Like, and that's the whole game. It's just you being Dutch, being a little shithead in like the 1860s
in the same vein
or whatever.
As the other Red Dead games, I thought you would likely play as. In the very beginning of the game, they mentioned these two gentlemen, Davey and Matt Callender. They were supposed to be characters later on in the game, but their files were cut.
Oh, interesting.
You could play as them because whenever you start playing Red Dead 2, you're excited to play as younger John Marston, and then you're like, who the fuck is Arthur Morgan?
Hmm. Yeah. I didn't have that feeling when I played Red Dead 2,
I did.
but oh, I really liked John Marston's story in Red Dead
It's
1, and I was
it
hoping they
is.
would continue it and not prequel it. But so whenever I
You do
figured
get
out,
more of it
I
in the
know,
Red Dead
I know
2
you do,
epilogue.
I know you do, but
I
I
really enjoyed the epilogue, but anyway, there's a lot of characters they mentioned
mm-hmm,
throughout Red Dead 2 that I would like to see explored in like other side quests and stories that Rockstar is really good at telling.
mm-hmm.
Like Duchess Abigail, Hosea's wife, I cannot remember her name for the life of me. Apparently Lenny had some sort of thing with this girl Jenny. There's just a lot going on. I want to see how Micah gets involved because apparently the Blackwater heist was all his idea.
Oh, that could be good. Rockstar,
But
hit us up.
there's
We'll
there's
write your
some
game for you.
there's a lot of pretty good avenues that Red Dead 3 could take that I would love to see explored.
Hell yeah. 15 years from now, when we listen to this all over again, we're
The
going to be
main
like,
thing I
who
would want to
rat?
see from that is maybe don't make the traveling so long. I love the game and I love that it forces you to admire the work that Rockstar put and the
Mm-hmm,
10 years it took to make this
mm-hmm.
game. It's a beautiful and very finely developed environment, but after a while, especially if you don't know how to fast travel, it gets to be a lot.
Yeah,
Even I will admit this.
my biggest qualm with Red Dead Redemption 2 is just like they really captured the vastness of the Wild West and how
Mm-hmm.
empty it is out there,
There's a reason the game file is so big.
but also it feels really empty at some areas. Like
That's how it
in
was back in the day.
I know, but I don't want to play Cowboy Simulator. I want to play Wild West Simulator of like lots of things to run into.
See, that's another avenue I would like explored in Red Dead 3 because that could be like the beginning of the end of the Wild West. And like the beginning or first half of the game, you could really do Wild West activities, like
Like
get
what?
really into it.
Like what?
Bitch, I don't know. I wasn't
I don't
there.
know. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what's not Wild West about Red Dead 2?
There's a lot about it, but there's always this overwhelming presence of Leviticus Cornwall and the Pinkertons,
Mm-hmm.
always there to remind you that it isn't always going to be like this, and the end is very much nigh.
Yeah. I feel that less in Red Dead 2, though, at least from what I've
Yeah.
played.
Well, Red Dead 1 is.
Yeah, you literally are working for them. Yeah. And you are bringing about the end of the Wild
Mhm,
West. So, that's such a good game, man.
it
Red
is.
Dead 1's great. Did you see they announced the PC port? It's,
For Red Dead 1,
yeah,
I did see that.
looks
I
good.
hope we get Undead Nightmare.
I think it's going to.
Hey, Rockstar, if you're listening, can we get Nightmare 2, please? For the love of God, please.
Oh, yeah. They never did do that for Red Dead 2.
You can you
They,
can find a well in a part of the map that you can't reach as Arthur. You can only do it as John. If you go down to the bottom of the well, John turns into a zombie, but that's it. They just gave us crumbs.
damn. That's crazy. All right, next squeakquel.
Hmm,
Is it me or you? Me?
maybe.
Me? Let's see here. I mean, obviously Fallout 5.
I don't know. Bethesda's been
No, they need to either A, Fallout 5, B, Fallout New Vegas 2, Electric Boogaloo. That'd be tight.
Fallout Newer Vegas.
Fallout Newer Vegas. Or I'd be somewhat happy with a remaster, but quite frankly, like New Vegas has aged like fine wine in my opinion. Like
Mm-hmm.
the
Like
gameplay,
in terms of the graphics too, maybe.
I mean, it holds up still.
There's
Like it's not bad. It's just very stylized. Like,
exactly. I was gonna say there's something about like
hmm
old, not older, but more
I
stylized
mean, it came
graphics.
out. It's closer to 20 years. It I think this year it was 14 years old,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy. But yeah, it's holding up wonderfully. So I would love to see part two of that story where they pick one of the endings,
Right.
or maybe they do a tie-in with the Fallout TV show and the West Coast, and like the stuff that happens in the Fallout TV show is canonized.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of people were kind of up in arms about that. This is kind of a controversy, but I don't mind the stuff that happened in the Fallout TV show. Yeah, but Fallout New Vegas 2, like if they picked one of the endings, tied it in with the Fallout TV show and the controversy around that, I don't mind the changes they made to the West Coast in the Fallout TV show. I kind of like them, honestly. Makes the world feel more bleak. But yeah, I think that would be sick. Fallout 5, I really, really like locations wise. I really want to see. I know it's not going to happen, so internet, don't come after me. I really want to see a Fallout Houston or a Fallout New Orleans
I
because
like the idea of Fallout New
the
Orleans.
lore of those places is crazy in
You know, the
Fallout.
idea of a Fallout NOLA is
Yeah, like New Orleans or Houston, I would take either, like or either or because they could DLC to like New Orleans from Houston
mhm,
or Houston from New Orleans. Like it wouldn't be impossible. Like you could navigate the coast possibly.
mhm,
Like they did Far Harbor, which is like they did Far Harbor, which is like relatively far from Boston.
mhm.
Far Harbor is like in Maine, I want to say. I could be wrong. That's like a
The
decent amount.
Northeast.
Yeah, it's a couple states away. So I think they could do that. I think we could do a lot of stuff with that. I would want the story to be, and I know this is the Bethesda like what's the word, blueprint of
Mhm.
you're the chosen one, you're out, you're saving the world. But it
That's the
works.
blueprint for a lot,
But
to
it
be
works
fair.
for Fallout. Like I want to be a vault dweller. I would want to be a vault dweller in like New Orleans and make it a cool vault, something special about it, and then I think they should really corner in on the vault tech stuff that they've been
There's a
exploring
lot
in
they
the
could do
TV
with that,
show.
with like the history, the
Mm-hmm.
cemeteries,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Ghouls.
mhm,
Yeah, it'd be
just the
tight.
general layout of the city too.
Yeah, it's such a weird city layout wise, and you could do a lot, and they could
No,
retcon a
that's some
bunch of stuff with like the levees and everything. And like, oh, if because I know there was a lot of cut content from Fallout 4 that was underwater stuff, and
that's a good potential
yeah,
for New Orleans because I worry in an apocalyptic scenario that New Orleans would be generally
flooded.
underwater. Yeah.
Yeah, and like if most of the game is like watery
Or
stuff, that'd be tight,
it could
honestly.
also be like a plot point of the game could be like the levees are pretty much at their breaking point, blah de blah.
Yeah, that would be cool. And you have to save the day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're on the topic of sequels,
Sequels. It's almost like the entire episode is about them. It's crazy. Who would have thought? People can't read titles.
this is my official notice of resignation.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was nice doing this while it
You
lasted.
can't quit on the second day, buddy.
Anyway, our next topic of discussion then is a video game I think a lot of people are reasonably excited for. I remember me and Caleb were basically screaming at each other through Discord whenever we found out Ghost of Yotame.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's gonna be so good.
Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing.
Speaking of people screaming,
I want
why,
I,
why, why?
I want you here now
Yeah.
to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any qualms against Ghost of Yotame, specifically because the main character, the main playable character, is gonna be a woman, please get the fuck out. We don't want you here. You're not welcome. Go cry about it someplace else. You're a bitch and a baby, and I hope you die.
Damn, that's crazy. Also in that same vein, we don't even know if the main character is going to be a woman because
Exactly.
Erika Ishii, the actor, identifies as they them.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what their gender is, bro.
Exactly.
We didn't see a penis or anything else on the fucking screen. So leave it
Also,
alone. Why the
stop
fuck is it
saying
such a
that
big
women
deal?
sac-
Why is it such a big deal?
Stop saying women samurais are historically inaccurate. It's not. First of all, in Ghost of Tsushima, we play alongside like four other women characters, like three of them being samurai.
And they
Lady
wreck
Masako,
shop.
Tomoe, freaking Yuna wasn't a samurai, but she was just as badass as the rest of them.
She saved our ass.
I was gonna say the game wouldn't be a thing if it weren't for Yuna.
Literally.
So please shut up. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. We don't want
exist. Women exist, and they get
and they
to
always
be
have.
in video games.
And also, there were women samurai and soldiers
It's crazy,
in
bro.
almost every era of Japan.
Yep. It's just like, come on, dog. Come on.
Like, please don't listen to that guy who wipes his bloody gum blood on the walls.
Oh my god, Asmongold. Yeah, that guy is.
Never say his name again.
Big yikes.
Never say, that's a banned word on this.
Oh, it's a banned word. Okay, I'll respect your boundaries. You heard it here first, folks. Don't say the no, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ghost of Yote. It's gonna be great.
It is.
Are we gonna just like sit here and just speculate on what we want to happen?
Yeah, I was at first surprised and a little bit sad that we weren't following more of Jin's story. I haven't played Iki Island yet. I need to, but
what?
I know.
That's like the best part.
I was going to, but then I wanted to restart the game.
Nah, you don't have to.
I missed my golden horsey.
That's fair. You get, yeah. Anyways,
but from what I understand, Jin's story is complete. Like, there's not a lot you can do without rehashing things unless you want to tackle the Mongols directly on the mainland. But I feel like that would get repetitive quickly.
And also, that's not like. I feel like they're going for a historical, semi-accurate vibe.
I did see a theory that, like, Jin was going to get on the mainland and start his own little militia, and that was going to be the origin of ninjas. But, It's a good idea if you don't think too deeply on it.
Yeah. I like Jin's story ending where it did. And it was closure. He made his choice. I think they should just let that lie. And also, it's a classic Sucker Punch thing to like really respect the choice, so they'll probably have data of whichever choice was more popular, and that will be the canon ending, kind of like how Infamous 2, the canon ending is.
I think that'll be tough because I know a lot of people are incredibly divided on what the correct ending of Ghost of Tsushima should be.
If anybody has that info, it's Sucker Punch, so they'll make it known.
I feel like it's very close, though.
Yeah, but I think I like the time skip because 1600s. Japan is really interesting time period.
What else does she have? She didn't have a musket, did she?
No, there was a musket in the trailer.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, flintlock, like black powder weaponry. I'm hoping we kind of get like more of the same, like with the outposts and stuff. But my question is, okay, 1600s. Who's the antagonist gonna be? Because it's not the Mongols, is it?
It could be. They had a very long reign. They had an incredibly long reign.
But were they harrying Japan by the 1600s? I feel like Japan was its own deal by then. Like, that's like full isolationist Japan mode.
Maybe.
Like, they weren't. I feel like the 1600s is like right after, pretty recently after Portugal and all them started making trades with them.
Maybe the British Trading Company or something.
Yeah, I feel like that's how they would have to introduce the firearms. Like, it would be foreign, maybe Chinese.
You know what I thought, or what I was kind of hoping we would get. What was the name of the monk with the naginata?
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't remember his name for the life of me.
But I know who you're talking
Tell
about.
us who it is.
The warrior monk guy.
Yeah, he was my favorite character.
He was really cool.
I really enjoyed him. His arc was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But in an entertainment aspect, I loved it. I didn't see it coming. I was thinking there was a potential to see where his story goes next. Oh, I can't remember his name.
But he's so tied to Tsushima.
Yeah.
Like, what would he want to... He would just pick his pieces up and restart his temple.
I don't know. I just was wondering. I thought it would... at the time, now that you're picking it apart...
Yeah, I thought I do.
Or maybe... Well, no. Lady Adachi's story was kind of complete. Hers was the saddest.
Hers was sad as frick, dude. Like, oh my gosh.
There were so many layers to that were just
crazy.
Anyway.
So good. Such a good game.
I imagine... Anyway, back to Ghost of Yote. I'm wondering what the combat mechanics are going to be like now that there's going to be guns, and if there's going to be a ghost mechanic that involves the guns, like some sort of Guntaka type thing or some shit,
Yeah,
pulling from Deadpool a little bit.
I think the gun will just be the longbow, and the longbow won't be in the game, or vice
I really
versa.
like the longbow.
Or it
Or
could
maybe we'll
be
get more weapons.
it'll be the short bow instead,
Maybe
like the
we'll have a
longbow and the.
variety of weapons at our disposal, but similar to Red Dead and other games, you can store the weapons on your horse.
I hated that mechanic. It was so not great.
Anyway,
I don't want to have the wrong stuff when I get off the horse.
there's
Like,
no wrong thing.
yes, there is. Yes, there is. If I'm trying to be stealthy and then I'm locked into a stealth mission with a bow, you're fucked. Or it's a stealth mission with a gun. Oh
Red Dead
yeah,
would
dude.
correct
I'm
that.
gonna go be. I'm gonna go be.
Red Dead would auto equip the bow. You just didn't get that far.
No, it's just Rockstar wants you to play how Rockstar wants you to play on that.
Maybe I'm just better at gaming than you.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
But my phone is dead, so I can't really Google on the fly what was happening in Japan
Mm-hmm. So
in
let's
the
just talk.
1600s.
I mean, it's the Edo period, so the
Edo
shogun
period.
is like ruling, and it's isolationist Japan. I'm
Mm-hmm.
fairly certain. So it's just like samurai are on the decline,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the end of the Wild West. It's like the nearing the end of like feudal Japan,
Mm-hmm.
like as we know it. So I think my opinion is it's going to be some kind of revenge story similar
Ooh.
to
I
um
mean, Jin's story was.
a revenge story.
It was.
It's a revenge story because he was avenging his uncle that he thought was dead for like half the
Well,
game.
I don't think he knew he was dead. He just knew he
He
was
thought
being
he
held
was dead.
hostage.
No, they thought he killed him. He didn't
Really?
know it was being held hostage until you fight Kotan Khan at the bridge at
Okay.
like the first
I need to
third of the
replay the
game.
game.
Fairly
And
certain.
then after that, it became a revenge story for Tsushima and like his fallen samurai
Yeah,
brethren.
and to like restore the honor of his clan?
Mm-hmm.
Question mark of Lord Shimura, his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But
And for the Sekai clan.
I what I would love is if it is a revenge arc similar to spoiler alert Blue Eye Samurai.
I figured you were going that direction.
That would be tight because they're one set around the same time period. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
guns, there's other things.
I
I
hope
don't.
people don't compare the two too heavily.
I mean, there it's gonna be compared. If the story is at all similar, so I could see them not doing
However,
that.
Blue
But
Eye Samurai is really fun. I would play a Blue Eye Samurai based game.
me too, me too.
I love.
It would be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think that would be kind of the route they take on that.
Mm-hmm.
But more horse,
Mm-hmm.
more island, more stuff to
Different
explore.
island.
Well, yeah,
Or
yeah.
is it? It's not mainland Japan, is it? Like
No,
main
Yote
island.
is like north.
Yote's a mountain, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
I
Yote's a
just know
mountain.
it's northern Japan.
We
Like
really should have read more about
I don't
Japan.
know.
We're just a couple of white people. We don't know. We're doing our best, and that's all that matters.
Hell yeah. But yeah, and I hope they keep the Kurosawa mode and
Mm-hmm.
all of that
Oh
going,
yeah, the Kurosawa.
and like the Japanese
I'm
dubs.
sure they will.
Yeah, but honestly, just like revenge samurai story,
Mm-hmm.
badass. I'm hyped for it. And yeah, more stealth mechanics, more
Mm-hmm.
stealth takedowns. I would really love it if like you could, if the character does turn out to be a woman, you disguise yourself as a woman to get into places.
Mm.
That'd be
Use your
cool.
girlish charm.
Yeah, like geisha or whatever. That because they didn't really explore much of
Were there geisha
geisha.
during the Edo period?
Yeah, I would assume so. There's geisha in Blue Eye Samurai.
Mm.
You know, they didn't really explore that much. But Shimura, or not Shimura, Tsushima is also kind of like a not a backwater, but it's on the fringes of the
Mm-hmm.
society of Japan. So, you know, there's going to be some weird outlaw stuff too. So, and
Oh,
Iki
and I saw
Island gets
people
into that.
theorizing that you'd be able to see stories from Ghost of Tsushima and like the musical tales similar to Ghost of Tsushima, where they talk about the legends and stuff, and
Yeah,
maybe some of the abilities you get will be based on the things
the
Jin was able to
ghost.
do.
Yeah, that'd be tight. That would be cool. I'd be down for that. I would love to play that game. I can't wait for it to come out. I need
Mm-hmm.
the release date
I know. I think
ASAP,
they said
please.
2025.
Come on, Sucker Punch. Well, it
I
could
would
be
say late
26.
summer is my guess.
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima came out in what, June? I want to say June or May. It came out a week or two before The Last of Us Part 2. It was around, both dropped around the same time. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out in the summer.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, like sometime in the summer, maybe late based on the release time, but Caleb tends to be right about this stuff, so
Well, I don't know. That's just a guess. Um,
see what else is coming out that we're looking forward to.
I honestly don't know. Black Ops 23.
You play Black Ops?
No,
Oh,
that was
okay.
me being facetious.
Could chat
Um,
hear the disgust in my voice.
yeah. Like Call of Duty was great like
The
10 years
first
ago.
10 times.
10 years ago, and now it's just more of the same every
Yeah.
time. Let me see here.
The only interest I had in Call of Duty was during the brief, like, thirst trap phase for all the Ghost cosplayers. I was one of those. It was very brief.
Yikes. Okay, let's see here.
Why are you shaming me?
Let's see here. What's coming out soon? What's
See how he's
coming
just
out?
brushing it over? He likes to shame me and move past it and pretend like it didn't
You
happen.
do it to yourself, buddy. Okay, so it's man, there's lots of stuff coming out. Good lord.
See, I've been play testing some smaller projects. Trying to think about what's in my Steam wish list that people would care about.
There is yeah, Black Ops 6. No, thank you. Oh, new Life is Strange. That'll be
Yeah,
good.
I saw I saw a YouTuber play the first one. That's about my experience with it.
Oh, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, the
Really?
new
Oh, I've
Dragon
heard
Age
about that.
game.
Is that the one with like the insane customization?
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't seen much on that. I just know that's probably going to be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
There is uh, Metro Awakening VR. I don't know if that's in the Metro series. That would be cool if it was. Um, mm, oh, Stalker 2, November 20th.
I don't even know what Stalker 1
Oh,
is.
bro, Stalker is like this very cult classic um Russian like scavenger grim apocalyptic game where you are a scav in the zone. It's this area of Russia. It's like Chernobyl where an incident has happened and it's like nuclear fallout, like radiation, and there are anomalies. It's like kind of like cosmic horror, like that movie Annihilation.
I love that
You
movie.
know how
Top
they like
five.
go into
Don't
the
tell my roommate.
you know how they like go into the area and there's weird shit and weird
Mm-hmm.
creatures and everything's kind of off, and it's like that except in Russia there's this zone, they call it the zone. You go in there and there's like anomalies of like a random thing. Whenever you get near it, it just a ball of fire just explodes, or gravity wells just open up weird shit. And
Is it
so
scary? Sounds
um,
frightening.
I don't
Suspenseful?
know if it. Yeah, it's just it's intense because like you can die very easily. It's pretty realistic with like weapons and stuff. You have to
I get scared
scrounge.
easily. I've gotten jump scared
It's a
playing
first person
Helldivers too.
shooter. It's a first person shooter, so you're probably not gonna like it.
Mm.
But it's pretty good. I like Stalker. There's some really good mods for it, but it's old. It's really old. It's I want to say the originals came out in like 2005,
Mm-hmm.
2006. I could be wrong.
Really? Okay, that's a
It's
long
been a
jump.
long time. It's
Okay.
been waited. It's a highly anticipated sequel.
Okay.
It's been in development for forever, and it's a Xbox. I want to say it's an Xbox exclusive. I
Like
could
not
be
even on
wrong.
Steam?
I bet it'll be on Steam.
Okay,
I
because
wouldn't ship it.
Microsoft.
Yeah, but um, it looks great. The trailer for it is awesome.
Yeah.
So, like, have you ever seen anything from Escape from Tarkov?
Nope. Or
Have you seen that? You've heard
I've
of the
dated a
game?
couple of guys that really liked it. I think I've watched you play it.
No, you've never watched me play it.
I think I have.
I've played Escape from Tarkov for like
Oh, I watched
45
you play
minutes.
Counter Strike.
Oh, yeah, that is not the same thing at all. But yeah, it's kind of like it's similar to Escape from Tarkov. It's kind of a pioneer of that like shooter looter genre,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very like Russian Fallout, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't do
I've
it.
got a game
Don't do
that
it.
I'm looking forward
Don't
to.
do it.
It's not a sequel,
Oh
but I
no.
saw a trailer for it on Steam. It was like in my recommended. I don't normally like dating simulator games.
Not true. You love them. Don't lie to me. I know your
I've
Steam
got one
library,
in my
Max.
Steam library, and that was a gift for my birthday.
Still counts.
We don't talk about that one.
If you get to bring up my bloated Steam library with Humble Bundle stuff, I get to bring up your cringe dating simulator Steam library. Got it?
Anyway, I started telling Kayla briefly about it before we started recording, and I realized this may be a conversational gold mine. So it's coming out. Also, you're welcome for the free shout out to these devs. It's coming out February 14th of 2025 as of right now. It's called Date Anything.
God, no.
And it's a dating simulator where you can date anything in your house. However, hold on, hang tight. All the objects in your house that are dateable, I think there's like over 100 things you can date. And you can be like poly or create an infidelity scenario,
Oh my
or
God.
you can like have breakups and stuff, but they each have like a human persona. So it's not like you're a
Right.
certain vice presidential candidate trying to bang your couch.
Well, you could, though.
You could
God, that
if
sounds
you were
so
to.
cursed. Like, what the hell? And so, like, a blanket has, like, a human persona?
Like I assume in the gameplay, like I have no idea how it would work, but in like the normal gameplay where you like walk around the house and stuff, there's a blanket. I assume you would like click on it and then like a person pops up. I know there's a character that's a vacuum cleaner and he's a dude. He's like, I'm Hoover, but you can call me Hoove.
Oh my
I
God.
think there's like more than 100 dateable characters. It's like an ironing board, of like silverware, like your alarm clock. It's so silly and I can't wait to try it.
Want to date the garbage disposal? I want to date my blender.
Just anything that has a hole,
I
huh?
want to date I don't know, like a fucking stand mixer. That'd be tight.
I mean,
Date your
KitchenAid stand
toilet.
mixers are pretty cool.
Date the toilet.
The
That'd be
toilet, okay.
horrible. What would you date?
Somebody I know recently told me this,
Oh
but I don't
no.
think I should. I'm not
No,
gonna say. I'm not
that's
gonna say.
not
I'm not gonna say
podcast
it.
material. No, don't do that. So what's an inanimate object that you would date in your house, Max? And it
Anything that's
can't be
not my
your
bedside
anime
drawer.
figures. Those don't count
Okay, okay.
because we know you have a whole
Hmm.
room of those.
Okay, I've got like four.
Okay.
Firstly,
4? That's like 4 too many, but okay.
like almost all of them are Dobby from My Hero Academia.
God, no.
I don't know. Ooh, the possibilities are endless. Maybe a bookshelf.
Why?
I don't know. I like books. I
But then date the book, not the
contrary
bookshelf.
contrary to what you may believe, I don't think about banging inanimate objects all
I don't know,
day.
dude. It's like I'm just saying.
Maybe my antique gun with the wind lamp. It's very curvaceous, very seductive. It's a pretty color, very effeminate.
Okay.
What about you?
I already said mine. Garbage disposal. That way it'll kill me and take me out of my misery. Could always be like that
Your
guy
wife is
on.
going to be thrilled to hear that you would
No, I'm
rather.
just saying, like, if I'm of the mental facilities where I'm dating inanimate objects, I'm not long for this world, you know? But you could always
Now,
be
what are you
like that one
implying?
guy from TLC who like dated his car. Maybe that's the
And
sequel.
his dad had the bravery to ask him how sex works with it.
Why? A producer made him say that.
Maybe. I mean, everybody was going to be wondering it anyway. Like, people are wondering if he's putting his dick in the exhaust
Horrifying. While the engine's on, just
for the warmth.
something like that. Burn it off.
What else am I looking
Maybe
forward
a
to
board
that's a little
game,
bit
a
silly?
chess piece, a bishop,
The
maybe.
bishop. The queen, of course.
Absolutely not. That could be a whole dating simulator in of itself, just chess pieces dating simulator.
Wow, $1 million idea right there.
Yeah, you have like this whole like interracial like side of things, like the white chess pieces, the black chess pieces.
For context.
No, no context.
No
You could just
context.
you play as like a black pawn and you're dating all white pieces or vice versa. It'd be fun.
Caleb is
Nope.
in an interracial marriage. That's probably why his brain jumped to that.
I'm just saying. It's right there.
Why?
I don't know. It'd be weird. You're already making a dating simulator about chess pieces. Maybe that's the whole plot. It's like
In
it's
my
forbidden
experience, that's
love.
like the least weird of
Oh my
the
gosh.
dating simulators I've
Well, I
happened
feel
to
like
scroll past.
your experience is very skewed.
My friend tried to buy me orc massage. I
What?
had to beg them not to.
What is it called? What game are we talking about?
Super hard R rating. Don't go investigate.
Investigate on your own time.
With caution.
With
It's
caution.
weird. It's really weird. It's called orc massage.
That sounds horrifying.
It's literally a porn game.
Ew.
Like, for an April Fool's joke, my friend was like, I'm gonna buy you orc massage. And I was like, what is that? And she was
Terrifying.
like, go check it out. And like within 3 seconds of the trailer, like there was visible gameplay of very much not massage activities.
Yikes.
And I had to beg her. I was like, please don't do this.
Do not do
please,
this.
please don't do this.
Hmm. Sequels. Let's see.
Tony Pop 3, anybody?
I don't even know what that is.
God, you don't even know quality games.
Something like that. I would say Borderlands 4, but that already got announced like pretty recently.
I have no faith in that after the movie.
Oh, did you watch that?
No,
I-
I just
Well,
saw
it's
that it
not
got
the
what,
same
like
thing.
0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
But yeah, it's not even the same people.
I
Like
don't
the
know.
writers.
I don't know.
Dude, that got hijacked by Hollywood and you know it. Like the game isn't going to be
Why was
that.
Kate Blanchett in there?
Dude, why was Jamie Lee Curtis in there?
Jamie Lee Curtis is welcome anywhere.
But not
In
when
my
they're
book.
trying to play a 30-year-old? Canonically?
Who is Jamie Lee Curtis again?
Tannis.
Tannis was the Tinkerer, right?
Tannis is like the scientist that we play in Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, bro, what? Like, they're good actors. It's like a bunch of coked up execs. Like, we're like, oh, who would be a good? Oh, let's
Kevin
put this
Hart.
big name in there and this big name, and then
The only acceptable
Jack
casting
Black.
was Jack Black as
Yes.
Claptrap.
Like, yeah, Jack Black is tight, and he also like plays the games.
Mm-hmm.
But all the rest of that cast, maybe besides Tiny Tina, was meh to me. I don't know.
I'm kind
And
of
also, it
surprised
felt
with the
bad.
vein that they were on. I'm surprised they didn't try to cast like Abigail Breslin or Chloe Grace Moretz as Tiny Tina.
Yeah, and like the fact that they were like merging together Borderlands 2 characters and Borderlands 1 characters is like, what? Come on, dude, pick one. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do Roland, like, and Lilith, then do Brick and Mordecai. I don't want to see Krieg and Tiny Tina, who's not even a playable character,
Mm-hmm.
and she's not introduced in the
Who
series.
was your favorite Borderlands character?
Like, to play as, or just
Any
in
of
general?
them. Any of
Ooh,
them.
any of them? Damn, that's hard.
I've already got a couple in mind. Face McShooty, for one. I've
Face
thought about,
McShooty is good.
I want to get Shredded so I can cosplay as him.
That'd be tight.
I also like Boom and Boom. They're funny.
Boom and Boom is good.
Those are going to be the names of my first children.
That's fair. That's fair. My favorite Borderlands character, I know that's cliche. It's got to be Handsome Jack.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
He is. He really is.
He's such a good antagonist.
Tiny Tina is funny for your first Borderlands experience.
Tiny Tina's funny.
She is.
She's funny.
The first couple of times.
Close second, Ellie.
I like Ellie.
And then
I fear I might be Ellie.
Number one, Scooter. Catch a ride. R.I.P. Scooter.
Yeah.
R.I.P. that voice actor. I forget his name.
I guess he didn't matter that much to you, huh?
Nah, he matters, brother.
But not to you.
R.I.P. Scooter. He's up there catching a ride in the sky.
I know this is unrelated at all, but I just remembered that Kevin Conroy is dead, and now my night is ruined.
Damn. Rip. How dare you?
What do you mean, how dare I?
Bring it up.
Yeah.
Because now our listeners are sad.
I thought you were implying that I had something to do with it.
Oh, yeah, you did. You killed him.
No, whenever that
Where were you the night he died? I
was at work.
Yeah, sure you were, buddy.
The other day, whenever Liam Payne from One Direction died, my coworker texted me like, "Hey, why did you push Liam Payne off a balcony?"
That's crazy.
I was driving, so I called her. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that shit's horrible.
Yeah.
Other sequels.
I think we need Fortnite 2. I think it's time for Fortnite 2.
Boo. I'm good on that, but I also know
2?
Fortnite. No.
Overwatch 3.
Yeah, because 2 did so well. Yeah, Blizzard, their new IPs, they're doing a great job.
They're too busy grabbing them by the pussy.
Dude, doing something over there. It's insane. Their whole business is just... Yeah, it's rough. I would love to see another Metro game, which is something else you haven't played. Again, Russian Apocalypse.
I've heard rumors about Bully 2.
Meh.
Could be fun.
I mean, Bully was like interesting in like what 2000 whatever when it came out.
I liked it.
But like, what are you gonna do? He's a bully, not in school anymore. That's just GTA
in another grade.
In Britain.
I guess. What else?
It just feels too gimmicky.
I'm sure it's never happening, but I would love to see another Nolan North Deadpool game.
Yeah, for sure.
I still play the original Deadpool game on my Xbox 360.
That's
like
worth
from time to time.
Like a decent chunk of change nowadays.
An Xbox 360?
No, the Deadpool game.
Yeah, I wanted to get the remastered on the PlayStation. It was like $50.
Oh no, I'm talking about physical copies of the old Deadpool game. They're worth more now than they were when they came out. But I feel like some Hollywood exec would ruin that game and not ruin it, but they would cast Nolan North. It would be Ryan Reynolds voicing it. That's what would happen. That would sell it. Like people don't realize that Nolan North for like going on 10 years was Deadpool. No, people don't. As soon as the movies came out, when you think of Deadpool, who do you think of?
Is High Moon even still in business? The studio?
I don't know. Probably not. I would assume. I'm not sure.
We're gonna have to get ABC and get somebody to start fact checking our our podcast.
We need a Jamie. Taking applications.
Your wife can do that.
Only if your name is Jamie, you can come sit in a cuck chair in the corner, watch this podcast, and then we yell at you to fact check things.
Oh, so, you know who'd be good? Up. You know who'd be good at that? Our buddy Jax.
No, Jax wouldn't be good at that. But Jax is too combative. He'd be like, "No, you do it," and then be like, "Okay, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, bro." He'd be like, "Why don't you look it up?"
He was talking about being a guest on the show earlier today.
For sure. Really wants to do I'm sure he'd love to be a guest, but I don't think he'll be like our underling. No. Coworker.
Guess not.
And yeah, so. I think that's all I got for today. I don't know about you, but I think we had decent discussions.
Yeah.
So sequels coming out.
Just a good old fashioned yap
Ghost
sesh.
of Yote injected into my eyeballs, please. Sequels.
Oh, and for chat, if you guys have any ideas on what we can discuss in the future, we've already got a good list going. But if y'all have ideas, we're open to them.
Yeah, I'm thinking the next episode we're gonna really dive into the TTRPG side of
Dungeons and
things.
Dragons and
Because
such.
that's really the bread and butter of our pod, to be honest with you. We've been going on video game
We've
tangents.
got a lot of ideas.
But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Submit some questions. We'll be checking comments if there are any. But yeah.
We
Until
appreciate you
next
guys
time.
tuning in.
Appreciate y'all. Deuces.
Later, haters.